Okay, fellas, in this video today, we're gonna be trying to survive and thrive on this here in the hospitable mountain. I mean, fellas, if you guys remember last time we tried this sort of thing, it did not go so well. But fellas, now is winter, as you can see, and we have a lot more options to hunt. We can hunt rabbits, we can hunt squirrels, we can hunt grouse, we can hunt food. But fellas, we have burned daylight. It's nice and early. Fellas, the animals are just waiting for a killing. But fellas, besides that, we need to get to base camp. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a different spot, and fellas, this here is gonna be our shelter. And fellas, if you guys remember from last time when we did this sort of thing, this shelter may be a little bit pre-built, but fellas, it's a nice 20 degrees, some good old beach weather. And fellas, I think we're gonna need this here lovely cabin. So fellas, let's go in and warm up. And fellas, this here is the weapon that we're gonna be using to feed us some of these delicious forest animals. Now this here is what you call a Mossberg 195 KA. Now this heifer here, she is quite the excellent piece of machinery. She is a little bit old, but fellas, she's an absolute sniper. And fellas, we're gonna be shooting her to make sure that she's dialed in, hit some of these forest animals. But besides that, fellas, we need to start the practicing. Okay, fellas, here we go. Now fellas, as you just saw, we just obliterated that target. It did not stand a chance. And that's what's gonna happen to some of these woodland degenerates. So fellas, we gotta hunt these grouses, these rabbits, and these squirrels so we can feed ourselves. But besides that, fellas, we need to get out there. Okay, fellas, so our main goal for today is to survive and thrive. Now fellas, we have to go out there and get our own food. But fret not, fellas, I brought some provisions so we don't starve up here. But fellas, our main goal is to get ourselves a nice juicy rabbit or grouse. Those are both in season, and fellas, they are some fine eating animals, if I do say so. And another goal of mine is the start a fire out in the wild, because fellas, if you guys remember from last summer, that did not go so well. Luckily, it was about 90 degrees, so, you know, we didn't freeze out there. We were sweating our balls off. But, fellas, we have to go get ourselves some food. We gotta start ourselves a fire. And, of course, fellas, we have to thrive out here in the nature. But, fellas, base camp is a vast improvement. As you can see, we are nice and warm at the moment. But, fellas, we gotta be out into the wilderness and get ourselves our resources. Okay, fellas, we got a lot of old tracks right now. Hopefully we can get ourselves a delectable rabbit soon. Because fellas, you know it's still early. The more food we have gathered up, the more chances that we won't starve. Okay, this is looking good. Nice thick trash for something to hide in. Like a juicy rabbit. Okay, fellas, here's the old food plot. Not much of it left now. Haven't seen any signs of wildlife. Which that is gonna be quite the problem. Not disastrous, but it'll be better off if we had food. But fellas, I'll catch y'all when hopefully we find some. You lucky bastard. Alright, fellas. There's some deer. About a herd of 7 does. Sadly, it is not deer season anymore. I mean, if it was deer season, bang! I mean, fellas, we'll be eating good for a long time. But fellas, we gotta get back on our quest to hunt ourselves some delectable rabbits. Okay, fellas, sadly we didn't see any rabbits, nor squirrels, no grouse. I mean, fellas, it is not going good so far. I mean, we might starve. But fellas, fear not, we are trying a new strategy. I call it lying and waiting. We're gonna wait for these heifers to come to us. We're not gonna be scavenging for them. We're just gonna wait for them to come to us. So fellas, I'll catch y'all when we hopefully get some nice, juicy, delectable rabbits. Or grouse. Okay, fellas, status update. It did not go so well, as you guys probably can tell. We did not find anything besides deer, which we can't even shoot right now. I mean, we got one of them fat bastards. We would have been eating good, not just for today, but for a long time. But fellas, sadly, these degenerates just decided to come up the mountain this time. They couldn't have done this in the fall. Damn it! But fellas, we are gonna regroup. We are gonna retool. We're gonna rethink our strategy because, fellas, these squirrels, these grouses, these fat bastard juicy rabbits, they are hiding from us, obviously. So, fellas, we gotta go into their front room, drag them out, and shoot them. But, fellas, we need to think of the game plan to do that. So, for now, we're just gonna stay in here, warm up, and hopefully soon we can have ourselves a fresh kill. Okay, fellas, we finally found some rabbit sign. Now we just gotta lay eyes on one of these bastards, devour him. But fellas, we gotta find where he's hiding. Damn it. I thought he would be in here. Okay, fellas, sadly, our prospecting has not gone to plan. Not the plan at all. I mean, we have not seen a single thing to eat here. So, fellas, we gotta go to plan B and go to the rations. Now, we only have a limited supplies of these rations, let's just say. And fellas, we have to make the most of them. So fellas, we're gonna be making ourselves a fabulous lunch/dinner. Hopefully not, because hopefully we'll have ourselves a nice meal by then. But fellas, I am getting famished, and it's time to eat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to create ourselves a delicious meal. On the menu today, we're going to be having some delectable eggs. Hopefully, later on, we can have ourselves something. But fellas, we need to get started with the cooking. And fellas, sadly, we lost ourselves a soldier. One of my precious eggs cracked. It didn't make the journey. He's already scrambled in there. But fellas, we got 2 more brave soldiers left. And hopefully, fellas, they'll be amazing. All right, fellas, it's time to start out this party. Let's get our resources out there. Let's get her started. Safety first. Come on. Damn it! Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh, damn it! All part of the plan. Now, attempt 2. Oh, damn it. No. Okay, fellas, this is now attempt 2. We're going to be using the old fire starter. Maybe we can get... Oh, boy. Alright, here we go. No shot. Oh. Okay, fellas, we are having some major difficulties now, but hopefully soon we'll have somewhat of a fire going. Okay, we have fire! Now we're working. We're working. Oh yeah. Cook, baby, cook. Stay in there, my precious flame. Ooh. Okay, fellas, now since we finally got a fire started, somewhat, damn it, finally start preparing the cook. Now, this fire is going to take a while to catch. As you can see, it's not very much the prime conditions for this sort of thing, but we gotta make do what we got. But now, fellas, it is time for the feast to begin. So, fellas, we're going to be using quite simple items like just butter. Yeah. And of course, we have our eggs, and that's pretty much it, fellas, because we are quite, I'm just going to be honest, fellas, I'm quite a simple creature, as you can tell. Get in there. Okay, come on. We gotta cook. Oh, yeah. You cook. Cook good. Alright, fellas, we're almost done. Okay, fellas, we were just slow cooking right now, and I say this was a success. We finally built a fire after we failed about 5 times it had to be, but fellas, we did it in the end. We had ourselves a fire for a little bit, and fellas, we are cooking. I mean, we cooked some eggs. I mean, these bastards are almost ready. I bet they're gonna be scrumptious if I do say so myself, but fellas, this was a success. Finally, we almost starved last time we did this sort of thing, kind of. But fellas, we still gotta find ourselves grouse or some other delectable animal in the forest. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to enjoy our meal. Okay, fellas, as you see, we have successfully made a fire, and we cooked ourselves some scrumptious eggs. Now, fellas, these things are gonna taste amazing, I do believe. But on our note, guys, we need to still find ourselves some of these degenerate rabbits and grouses, so we can do the same thing on the fire. But guys, this was a resounding success. We finally made a fire. It only took us 5 times, but we eventually got there. And fellas, it's time to enjoy ourselves some of these eggs. God damn, that is good. Best thing I've ever made on this channel by far. Now, fellas, that was a resounding success. I mean, top-notch stuff, if I do say so myself. But now, fellas, I am still hungry. I have the hankering for some of these delectable woodland animals. But fellas, we gotta go get one now. Alright, fellas, we have only I would say a good hour, maybe 2 hours until sunset, and then we're gonna have to brave the night. But fellas, our main task right now is to get ourselves a delectable something. I don't know, something. We just need some sort of substance, which will be preferred. I mean, we are quite full from them delicious eggs, but honestly, fellas, if we have a nice juicy rabbit for tonight, and maybe tomorrow morning if we can reheat it up, I think we'll be pretty set. But right now, fellas, our main priority is to get one of these delectable bastards in the fire. But sadly, we've had no luck today. It's like there's not a single thing living up here besides deer, which we can't even shoot right now. Besides that, fellas, we just need to keep our eyes peeled. Fellas, you said a squirrel, just jump on that branch right there. We gotta slither up slowly and see if we can get a shot off at this heifer. I think this can be our only chance to get ourselves some substance on this deserted hill. Okay, fellas, sadly we got outsmarted by a damn squirrel of all things. And this is going very, very, very bad. I mean, that was our only chance of food for the night. But fellas, right now, our main task is to hopefully find more of these bastards now that they're coming out and brave the element for tonight. But besides that, fellas, I'll get back to you when hopefully we have something. Okay, fellas, it's starting to get dark. And sadly, we did not come up with anything. I mean, besides that one squirrel, it was literally just nothing. It was like nothing ever existed up on this desolate, frozen mountain besides deer. But fellas, we need to focus on, surviving the night. Keeping ourselves warm and having ourselves a nice sleeping. So fellas, it'll be getting dark soon, and I'll keep you in touch if anything else happens. But fellas, besides that, it's just gonna be me pretty much sleeping here. Okay, fellas, the night was pretty much really uneventful. I mean, the only thing I did was sleep. But sadly, this means this is the end of the surviving. I mean, it did not go so well. We did not find anything to hunt up there besides one squirrel, which we couldn't get a shot at. So if we didn't have my precious rations, we would have starved. But fellas, next time when we do this sort of thing, hopefully we can, have a bit more luck when trying to find food, gather resources, let's just say. Because fellas, we got off that frozen mountain alive. But besides that, guys, this sadly means it's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to see your last ice fishing video down here. Of course, you guys want to see your last survival video down here. But besides that, I'll see y'all next video. See ya.